Welcome back, Seahawks. Thanks for joining us on this semester's first newscast. I'm Caroline Paul.
And I'm Davis Bell. Let's take a look at what's been going on for Seahawks this past summer.
School started for Seahawks this past August, and UNCW has got a lot to offer, including a new library expansion, Discovery Hall. The library expansion to Randall Library was completed over the summer and offers lots of seating, study areas, vending machines, and speaking of construction, one of UNCW's oldest dorms was deconstructed this past July. Galloway Hall, a 6th-floor dorm, was demolished in July. The demolition paused during freshman move-in and officially finished shortly after. We are not yet aware of what will occupy the empty space. Now to Kinsey.
Thanks, Caroline. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is warning that the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season may bring higher than normal activity. The NOAA is forecasting between 17 to 25 named tropical storms and 8 to 13 hurricanes, at least 4 of which are expected to be Category 3 or higher. This increased activity is due to a combination of near record high ocean temperatures and less tropic wind shear, as well as a pattern of both increased trade winds and oceanic upwelling in the Pacific Ocean, known as a La Nina. Hurricane season began on June 1st and will continue until November 30th. The UNCW of Environmental Health and Safety encourages making a hurricane kit with water, non-perishable food, batteries, and a flashlight, as well as familiarizing yourself with multiple routes out of Wilmington should an evacuation order be issued. Additionally, all members of the campus community are advised to ensure that they are signed up for UNCW alerts to receive the most up-to-date information on hurricanes and other emergencies. Back to you, Caroline.
Thanks, Kinsey. Davis, what's going on in sports this week?
Thanks, Caroline. Well, we've got lots of sports starting up, but before we hit that, let's take a look back and see what our Seahawks did while the rest of us were on summer break.
Thanks, Davis. The UNCW Seahawks had an exciting run to the NCAA championship. Their journey was marked by intense competition and some standout performances. In their games against Georgia, the Seahawks demonstrated their fighting spirit and skill. The first game was a nail-biter, with both teams showcasing strong pitching and timely hitting. UNCW managed to keep the game close with excellent defensive plays and strategic base running. In the second game, the Seahawks came out swinging, putting pressure on Georgia's pitchers early on. Key players delivered crucial hits, driving in runs and energizing the team. Despite Georgia's efforts to mount a comeback, UNCW's pitching staff held their ground, securing a memorable victory for the Seahawks. Overall, their performance in the NCAA championship highlighted the team's resilience and talent. The experience gained from these high-stake games will undoubtedly benefit the Seahawks in future seasons. Fans are proud of their achievements and excited to see what the next season holds. Now let's hear what Dylan has to say about Seahawks softball.
Thanks, Jocelyn. The Lady Seahawks finished on a high note, winning their last in-season series 3-0 against Monmouth. The Seahawks capped off the regular season with this sweep and a season record of 29-20 as they headed into the 2024 CAA tournament. In the opener of the CAA tournament, the Seahawks were able to put up points early at home as they were able to defeat 5-seed Elon by a score of 5-2. The Lady Seahawks would travel on the road to take on top-seeded Campbell, where they would come out on top thanks to a late run in the 7th to earn the 2-1 victory in advance against Delaware. Against Delaware, it was the same soaring success as the Seahawks came out on top by that game by a score of 5-0 to advance to the CAA Championship Game Series. UNC would again face Campbell again this postseason, suffering a loss in the Game 1 of this 2-game series in the championship. Game 2 was a knockout punch as the Seahawks team was able to defeat the Camels 3-1 in a comeback fashion to claim the 2024 CAA Championship and punch their ticket to the NCAA Regionals. The Seahawks faced the host of regionals, Georgia, where they would fall to the Bulldogs in the first game 8-0. Game 2 was the elimination round and was a hard-fought battle between the Seahawks and Charlotte. The 49ers would claim this win 5-0 in a hard-fought effort by the Seahawks, ending their season in Athens. The Seahawks softball season came to an end in the NCAA Regionals, finishing their season record at a successful 33-23. Congratulations on becoming the 2024 CAA softball champions, and congratulations on a hard-fought season as well. This group should be proud of what they accomplished. We cannot wait to see what this team has to offer for us students and fans this year. Let's send it over to Sarah, who is covering Seahawk hockey.
Thanks, Dylan. It's great to be back and talking UNCW hockey. The team has been practicing for a couple weeks now, and they just had their first games against ECU this weekend. There was no shortage of physical play, and both games stayed pretty tight in score. There's a lot of familiar players on the ice this year alongside a handful of new faces. Luke Moses and Zach Onzi are some of those new guys who got their first goals as Seahawks this weekend. Now with one win on the season and heading into a busy fall schedule, the Seahawks are going to be looking to stay out of the penalty box and make those loose pucks turn into goals. After the 2023-2024 record-breaking season, this year is going to be a good one to follow. Be sure to come out when we play UNC Charlotte the 13th and 14th at 10 p.m. For now, let's head over to Emma to catch up on volleyball.
Thanks, Sarah. On Friday, September 6th, our ladies soared down to Stetson University in DeLand, Florida. Here, UNCW senior Quinn Manley set a program record with a career high of 33 digs. This applaudable accomplishment did not equate to a win, however, and the Seahawks lost 3-0. Still down south and a day later, UNCW took on the University of Central Florida in Orlando. The match resulted in a sweeping loss for the Seahawks, dropping the ladies' season record to 2-3. You can cheer on the volleyball team at their next two games this Friday and Saturday, September 13th and 14th. The Seahawks will be hosting Gardner-Webb Friday evening at 6 and UNC Charlotte on Saturday at 4. Now back to you, Davis.
Thanks, Emma. That's all we've got for sports. What's next in news, Caroline?
Well, we've got a reboot from a show filmed here in Wilmington a while ago. Now to Anna with more on that.
One of Wilmington's most beloved shows is about to return to the screen. A sequel to One Tree Hill is in the early stages of development. The nostalgic drama will be moving from the CW to streaming on Netflix. It will be produced by original cast members Sophia Bush, Hilary Burton, and Danielle Ackles. The original series was filmed in Wilmington, but there is no word yet on whether the reboot will be filmed here as well. Back to you, Caroline.
Thanks, Anna. Well, that's all for this week.
Thank you all for joining us. Hope to see you here next time.